Welcome to our introduction to the Signavio Process Modeler. In our OpenHBI course, we will show you how to model business processes, and we also want to get you active on your own. We have different modeling tasks and also a peer review where we want you to model an own business process. For modeling business processes, usually a tool is very helpful. And here in this demo, we want to show you the Signavio Process Editor. We think that is a very simple and easy to use modeler, and we have good experience with this process modeler, and therefore we want to present it to you, but you can use whatever you want. If you have a university account, you can use the academic version of Signavio. You will find the website academic.signavio.com, and there you can enter your university email address to use this version. If you have no university email address, then you have to use a normal professional version of Signavio, where we have a special offer for you as a participant of our course. You will get 30 additional days for a test account, and this is, in sum, you have 60 days for testing this version. Here you can see the registration form, which you have to fill out, and then you can start with modeling your processes. And this is now shown by Julian.
Yeah, after you have logged in, after you have registered your account, you can log into it. You can do this with the academic version here at academic.signavio.com, or for the professional edition or trial edition, you can use editor.signavio.com. You can log in using your email address and your password. After you have logged in, you will be redirected to the Signavio Process Browser. The Signavio Process Browser is divided into several parts. The header contains a tool menu with several options to edit, create, share, or rename processes. Furthermore, you can edit your account, get some help, or log out. The left sidebar shows your folder structure of your account. The selected folder in the left sidebar is shown in the main area, containing all subfolders and processes within this folder. At the bottom, you have a preview of your selected process. So now we want to add a new process to show you the Signavio Process Editor and how you can model and edit or create processes on your own. To do this, select Business Process Diagram in the New menu. After a click, you will be redirected to the Signavio Process Editor. The Signavio Process Editor is structured similarly to the browser. The top, or the header, has a tool menu containing several options you can perform on your process. The left sidebar shows you the currently selected subset of BPMN elements. The default option is the subset of core elements, but you can change it using the drop-down menu. The main area is the modeling area, where you can edit and create your process. The right sidebar contains a menu to edit attributes of your process or of your BPMN elements. We now want to add a new process which shows the fictive process of an order fulfillment in a fictive company, for example, a bike factory. To do this, we have to first name the process. You can do this in the header of the process editor. Now we name the process, in our case, order fulfillment. The next step is that we have to start the process. For this, we use the complete subset of BPMN elements. And our process starts by an order which is sent in by a customer. So we go to the category Start Events and choose the Start Message event. So you can bring the Start Message event into the main modeling area by dragging it from the sidebar menu and dropping it into the main modeling area. As you release the mouse key, you see the element appears in the modeling area. So now the order was received, but we have to check the order now if it is complete or not. To do this, we need an activity or task, and we can add this to our process by simply click on the icon in the shortcut menu, and as you see, a new task appears, which is immediately connected to the first element. Also, the naming field appears, and you can enter the name of the activity. In our case, check order. Now, we want to add the next BPMN element, in our case, an XOR gateway, because we have to determine if the order is complete or not. Again, we do this by using the shortcut menu, and as you see here, is the icon for a gateway. By clicking on it, it appears immediately connected to the activity before. But there's also another possibility to add new BPMN elements in the process editor. Showing you this, we look for an end event in the category end events, and we want to inform the customer, so we use the end message event, drag it from the sidebar and drop it into the main modeling area. Now you see that there is no connection between the gateway and the end event. You can add this connection by selecting the gateway and using the arrow icon, dragging it and dropping it to the end event. As you see, now the gateway is connected to the end event. We have to name the end event. We can do this by double-clicking on it and writing the name of the end event into the naming field. In our case, the order is cancelled because it is not complete. But we cannot see now that the order is not complete, or better said, we cannot see that the condition here is that the order is not complete. We can add this condition to this arc by double-clicking on the arc. As you see, a text field opens and you can enter the condition. In our case, order incomplete. If the order is complete, we have to fulfill different tasks in our process. So we have to obtain the products from the warehouse as a new and next activity. Simply click in the shortcut menu on the task symbol, and as you see, it appears immediately connected. We name it. And here we go. You can also perform different actions on your task by using, for example, the transform shape icon or other icons from the shortcut menu. But now we want to add another activity, which is sending the products or the order to the customer. So we use another task, name it, ship order, and here it is. But this is a sending activity, so we have to change the task type. You can do this by using the attribute menu on the right sidebar. Simply mark the activity and choose sending in the task type drop-down menu. As you see, the little icon of sending activities appears at the left top corner of the activity. At the end of the process, we have to use an end event. In our case, we use a normal end event because the order was fulfilled successfully. You can find it in the shortcut menu, and you can name it by double-clicking on the icon. So now we have modeled our process, but we do not have any organization borders. So we have to use a pool to show the organization which performs this process. You can find the pool under the category swim lanes in the left sidebar. We drag it from the sidebar and drop it into the modeling area, at the best over the process. So as you see, a pool appears and the naming field is already open. So we enter the name of our organization, for example, Bike Factory. Now we have to resize the pool. You can do this by clicking on the pool and using the corners to resize the pool. Now we forget some function or some syntactic information here at this arc condition. At the top arc condition, we mentioned that the order is incomplete, so we have to show that that the other arc is different. Because this is the standard flow, we have to use the standard flow symbol of bpn. You can do this by selecting the arc and open the attributes menu, and under the category more attributes, you can find condition type. And here we choose in the drop-down menu default flow. So we show that this is the default case of this decision. Now our process is ready and we can save it. Louise will now show you how to save and export the process.
You can save your model with the disk symbol, which you find here, and Signavio has an additional functionality here. It checks your whole process whether it's error-free. So you will find information whether you have any errors in your process or any best practices not fulfilled. For more information, you can click on this button, and then you will find the explanations what you can improve in your process. But here you don't have to focus on each and every comment. We will discuss during the course best practices which we think are important. They might differ from Signavio, so you don't have to look at each warning and at each hint, but we think what is very important to check that your process is error-free. That means if you save your process that you have this information here, no errors. Then you can save your model. And if you also want to print your model as PDF, you can use here the printer icon. And there you have the possibility to store your model as a PDF file. So you can have it available later, or you can also send it to peers. This functionality is also important for the peer review, because finally you have to hand in a PDF file with your process model. So you would create the PDF and then you would store it. Okay, let's go back to the Signavio browser. Now in this view you can see your process and you can also have a preview of it. Here you have some export and import functionalities. You can export also your process here as PDF, and you can export your process as bpmn XML file, which is a standard exchange format between different tools. We want to show you another nice functionality which you can use to interact with other peers. This is a share functionality. You click on your process and then you can invite anyone for feedback. There you can type in an email address and a message, and this is then sent out to your peer, and he then has a link available where he can have a look on your process and can comment your process. This functionality we think is very helpful if you want to interact with other course participants. Yeah, thank you very much for your attention, and we wish you a lot of fun in modeling your business processes.